Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and I am trying to survive on hard mode on the Oasisse Asteroid, which is very hot, and also hoping to get achievements as well along the way. It's not going to be easy, but good progress has been made. As far as producing food, in particular meat or seafood, I've got a Pacu here. I was hoping to get this guy to become tame. That's not happened yet, though we're getting close, down to 28%, but there's only one. And I want a bunch of seafood. Now, what I will be able to do is be able to get tame Pacu Frys here. They will eventually become Pacus. They're only just starting the, well, just starting the process. One's actually at set in the 70% becoming tame. There's, though, going to be this imbalance because I only have one dupe on this asteroid. And it's a dupe that likes being alone, explorer over here. But he's going to have too much meat. And I'm also going to have the situation of maybe not having enough meat for a while. I could look at the option of teleporting. The teleportation equipment on this asteroid is over here, but the problem I'm having is I don't know where the teleportation is equipment is on this asteroid. So that may not be an option. I'm going to explore a little bit. We're going to go in this direction for a little bit. If I don't find it, maybe another option is just to bring more dupes over here with the idea of getting them to eat some of the calories. We'll see what happens. I'm going to do some careful planning, and we'll figure out what my first move of the day is going to be. So here is the plan. Explorer is probably not going to get a lot done. They're a bit stressed from some of the work I had them do last time. So I made a special schedule for them to sleep a whole lot. But when they are doing a little bit of work, I'm going to get them to build a pump here, an electrolyzer here, and then we'll have a hydrogen pump. And I'm going to dig out this spot for carbon dioxide. Now that's going to allow me to know that Explorer is going to do some stuff, not stay idle, so I can focus on these guys, because I think this is going to be a little bit more dangerous. I'm going to have these guys go through this very warm area. I think it's going to be all right, because as we get further out, it actually cools off. That's probably due to the fact that we've got some cooler water, which I'd like to be able to save, so we'll have a goal of being able to get at that. See, a little bit of mopping up is happening down here. How is the stress level? We've got a scientist a bit stressed. Actually, let's look. Oh, yeah, I think we've got enough morale. We've got a nature reserve. We've got Great Hall now. Baker, let's give you more carrying skills. Builder, we'll give you demolition. Now, if I want to destroy something, I can. I'm going to give carrying skills to the two big cooks. Courier will do electrical engineering, just one away from having mechatronics. And I'd like to have two dupes that can do mechatronics, so engineer can work on that. Super duper digging, and then rancher, improved ranching. Okay, with all of that, starting to get what will eventually be another, I don't want this in there. It's going to be a spot for some pips. Removing some eggs. See, another egg has been collected. Want another one, right? If I can, apparently can't select it. Ooh. Okay. That's weird. Let's just come back to that another time. Miner digging. I'm going to dig this out because this is eventually where we'll want to have the installation above. And I think we can crank it ahead. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Explorer here, just down under 60% of stress level. I don't know if these guys can actually go in this sort of direction. We'll find out. Okay, now that's low oxygen area, and we are not, unfortunately, we don't have any oxygen areas, so maybe I will tell Miner cool off. It's just a difficult job. After looking at the oxygen levels a little bit, decided to take a wire and build an oxygen diffuser. Oh, and maybe I should go a little bit further because I am just noticing that we've got algae there. Miner actually do want you to go to that direction, just so we have some algae to work with. And then maybe don't come back until we actually have some of that. Now these dupes taking algae, I suspect. Oh, okay, let's no longer make that a higher priority thing. I do want them stored there, but just not that high priority. Eventually, we'll want to have that closed for stable, but let's open that door for now. Yeah, and we need to get some oxygen here, guys. Oh, suffocating, yes. We need this thing running. Okay, I'm gonna get some... Oh, right. I remember why I put that door. That door was also for keeping the pips out. So we didn't trap any pips. Okay, nice. Though we did trap some shine bugs. I'm less concerned about that. That gives us our oxygen production in the area. Now I've got all this hot material, and I think I probably want to bury it. Oh, pip, unfortunately. Let's maybe just get someone to transfer you out of here. And we'll do some digging. I don't know if this is going to work, actually, but can the dupes go from here down like this? Oh, we're letting them land here, which means someone might go through the water. I don't want to see that happen. Yeah, let's just leave that alone. Delia seed. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, I was hoping that was calories. We're out of water. Okay, our water level is very critical. Oh my goodness. Okay, that needs to be destroyed and rebuilt. So actually, yeah, dupes will definitely be able to go around this way when I lower this. Someone take that out. Quick. Pause it. Put a pitcher pump right here. Priority 9. Pretty sure that Explorer is just sleeping down to 53% stress level. Okay, so that fixes the situation, but I also have this situation where we need to get a source of water. We could start converting some of the water here. There's also this. I thought I saw... Okay, that's a very small amount of water. There's not a lot of water on this asteroid. Though I do have more water coming in from down here. I need to focus on water, I guess. Since we're going in this direction anyways, let's make the plan to grab this. Which means we'll want to keep digging like we are. Right, research-wise, I'm not certain we have anything particular that we... Well, maybe the... sometimes I like the bottle drainer. So we'll grab that. What I'll start to do is put in some insulation, such that all this hot material is below us. Mine are just taking all that stuff down for us. Builder, taking a little break here. Get rid of that tile as well. And what I'd like to be able to do is I'll probably have some sort of insulation up this way as well. Meet up. Let's start that process along this way. Hoping not to trap a pip. We might make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, but you do have some oxygen here to work with, Builder, so it has been worse before. Oh! Oh, you're stuck here. Oh, okay, did not realize that tile here in particular is the highest priority at the moment. Because Builder cannot get back home. So somebody. Okay. some material stored in there. Also have an egg in here, so before we have this built, unfortunately, I'd like to make sure that gets taken over to this side, which may require a ladder on that side. Okay, and Builder can get back home safely. Want to make sure everything is fine. Explorer is up, down to 48% stress. Hold on. Let's make sure everything's going okay. 76, 71, 79. We've got food in here. There's nothing down here that you have access to. Oh, mallow. I think mallow seed's actually fine. Let's check on our Pacu here. I don't want to lose progress on this. 3%. Okay, so we're about to have our first tame Pacu. That's going to be important. Let's take this down so we can add an insulation up here. Put that down there, and we can move this egg for us quickly. I'd like to be able to finish that. Do that little section. Miner grabbing this egg. Oh, Pip. No, please. I maybe should have. Might need to make a door. Okay. Maybe we should, just in case. I'm not expecting more than 2 dupes generally to be taking, needing to grade all at the same time, but we'll do that. Water. We really just pumped right through that. Okay, it's gonna. I thought we had more time. We do not. I need to strategize. Where are we with food so low? Oh, I think I've gotten into a bad situation. Fortunately, I did put a pump here. We're not using it. I think that is what I could be targeting water. I think it was a mistake to focus on that. Okay, let's do a little bit of planning, and we'll come back to the next cycle, 36. So here we are, needing water this cycle, and this cycle is nearly over. Only 3,000 calories, and a reminder, every dupe's eating 2,000 calories a cycle. Well then, wishing I had have started this should have been what I've done as a first priority instead of trying to extend my tunnel. We want to get a pipe. It's going to, yes, drain some of this water, but this water is going to be topped up over time. You can see more liquid going in at the very moment. Let's take this guy out, put on a floor here. And this is where I'm going to store some water. We can get this built. Oh, okay, 8,000 calories. Where did that come from? That was, okay, mushroom bar production is still going on. But we won't be able to do any more until we get water. Let's make sure that this becomes a priority. Don't want to trap anyone. Okay, that's most of the pipe done. Fluted water lined up. Someone needs to make this water sieve. Why is no one building that? Okay, and then hold on, let me pause it since it's important to that at priority. And let's maybe make 20 and copy that across. At least the dirt can be loaded. Okay, and come on. Whoa. Someone probably has to put in sand, put in sand. All right, and Pip, you're about to get wet. How did we do for trapping a Pip there? Quite nicely, actually. And then Dupe's going back to work here. We can take that out temporarily. And I see that we filled up our first thing, carbon dioxide. I will shake that. And we're getting water. So we're taking water from here, but that's okay in my mind because we are in the process of refilling that. A bit of research done. Let's put this back so we have our oxygen. And while that's being finished off, see progress has been made here. Down 30%, 36% stress. So let me just extend the hours. Oh, you're also an early bird. Okay, didn't notice that. Yeah, let's see if we can get away with 5 hours. Shouldn't have let you sleep during that period. That's all right. We'll start insulating along this way. And we can get rid of this. Mop up the entire area. Scientists being the most stressed. Still don't have a place for anyone to do the massage table. Okay, so what I'd like to be able to do is grab this. Because I don't know... yeah, I want to make sure that we have a big tank. Priority, though. Okay, reproduction. We now have a tame Pacu. Yes. Okay, good. Hoping to still make progress over here. You guys are coming along, right? 68%. Slowly making progress there. I also see some food. Might as well go in and grab that. So Explorer can kind of take care of themselves with their tasks. Oh, I want to be careful. Yeah, I think we're fine to do that. Don't know that I need, you know what we'll do? Eventually a little bit of decorating. See, this has been sealed up. That's good. 15,000 calories. As well, grab that. Okay, I'm really hoping I know that there is, okay, so there's algae here. There is a Pluto water vent. This is my, third time of trying to survive on this. One that gives me 40-degree temperature water. A little bit warmer than this, but manageable. Okay, so we're just staying alive. I see a new egg has been put in here. I'll ask for that to be brought out. Any eggs here? Still, I might have to restart the game in order to grab that egg, but I think I can do that later. I'm hoping that these pips are going to plant something right here. They don't seem to be. I wonder if one or both of these guys are in the way, so maybe dig that up. It's the start of cycle 37, and I just realized that this new water pipe is not connecting to our oxygen or our electrolyzers. So that's not good. Let's make sure that is built. Be a high priority thing, guys. Oxygen level, okay, but I can tell that has made a dent. Can get rid of that. Open that up as a path now. Dig underneath this guy, just allow that to breathe. Okay, so now that we're past... yeah, no, we'll keep that door closed. Pips can still annoy a bit. 17,000 calories. Okay. Manage that. Well, that was definitely the right decision to do that. I see some power issues with this, though. I think we're just simply running too many things on one circuit. Let's think about that. So I see Miner Explorer up here, making progress. I've given them a new task of building the carbon dioxide pump. Might as well do this while the carbon dioxide level is not super insane. So that gives Explorer a little bit more. And over on this asteroid, what I'm doing is putting in a second transformer, and we're going to split it somewhere around here. Meanwhile, we might as well... Okay. Luckily, we didn't trap a tube. Could have been dangerous. Slightly worried about this situation. Let's maybe come back to that after. Do that one at a time, one tile at a time, maybe. Let's get that transformer built. Okay, so now I've got. I'm going to split this right here. Going to send this down there, this into there, and we'll split this. Maybe like north and south type of deal, at least for now. That hopefully will keep things running nicely. We need to make sure we keep getting water in here. 23,000 calories. And progress out this way. Let's do this and then this. And expand this. So I just happened to notice that we've got a Pacu egg here. That's awesome, but did not know. So I'm going to plug this guy in, make this a priority 9. Maybe you should have checked the schedule for okay, obviously rancher, able to get to that. And I'm going to disconnect that. And we have our first tame egg from a tame Pacu. Wanting to make sure we get progress over here. We won't have that over on this side, but I don't think we really need to. Wildness 87%, 73, and 52. So none of them have gone under 50%, but we do now have a tame Pacu. That is a bit of good news. Let's make more insulation. How do I get this water down such that it doesn't splash on dupes? I want to do that somewhat soon. I think someone's going to have to get wet, probably Miner. Keep digging a path out and we'll figure out something. Next thing I get to print is some pemmican. It'll up our calories. And let's look at this egg. This Pacu eggs hatch very quickly. I might see if we can get lucky. Maybe I'll need to take that out. I've got another tree here. Can I find? Oh yeah, we've got lots of these acorns around. Just need to make sure one's available to these guys down here. So maybe I'll do that. It just gives those guys more food in future. Just checking on Explorer. They unfortunately have to hold their breath down here, but making progress. Open this up a little bit just so that we can get some of that carbon dioxide to flow down. And I think I saw some metal. Approaching that's going to be a little challenging, but we'll come back to that another time. Okay, and what I'll do now is I'll ask this to be dug out, insulate it, and then it'll be time to figure out what we're going to do with this water here. I think I'm going to hold off on any new research at the moment. That's going to allow scientists to help out some of the things that we want to do. Make sure that we dig out all the algae we can before we seal this up. Oh, right. But they're probably putting that. I'm going to say I don't want to bury that. Oh, it won't matter. It's not super hot anyways. We're fine. Is there anything here I do want to take out? Feel like nothing really super important. So here is how I plan to grab this water. First of all, I see that it is a decent temperature here. So we're going to dig down, creating some vacuum tiles, protecting us from the heat here coming up. Put a pump down here. Now, I'm a little bit worried about the carbon dioxide, but I think the dupes can manage this. And then we'll open this up. Someone may have to get wet and transfer in some of this, but I think the water will be worth it in the end. We'll have the algae on this side, the insulated side of everything, which will be good. Let's just put that right there. Starvation. Why? 32,000 calories. You just need to find a way to the Great Hall there, dude. Stealing some of the pemmican. Checking over here. Just one little spot up there, which is great to see. That pump is ready. Okay, I think actually Explorer needs... how is their algae level doing? I want to make sure that they can make progress. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got an algae situation shortage. Yeah, that probably what I should have been focusing on is that. I also see some, not just 1,000 calories, but still, it'd be nice to grab that. Let me think. Floor is just about to start break, but the plan is to, first of all, dig this out so we can move some of this food and then drain this out so I can start to grab this. But the highest priority next cycle is going to be that algae right there. And see the plan here. It looks like it's going well. How's oxygen? Wonder if I need to move this guy over. For the moment, I think we're fine. A little bit of calories here as well. Might as well dig that out. Check our carbon dioxide level. Looking all right. Let's mop that up, just that dupes don't walk across it some unexpected way and get stressed. Cycle 39. I'm going to put a pipe up and power going down. See, the algae has made it, so that probably was brought in there so the Pacus can start the process becoming tame again. More algae, I assume. Unclog the outhouse. Yes, that's important. Use your +4 strength to being alone there. Check on everyone here, making progress on this pump. I think at some point what we'll need to do is extend this insulation along, but let's grab the water first. Just thinking, is there any way? Yeah, I don't think there's any great way of doing this without someone getting wet. As long as it's just one of the dupes. If it gets wet, I can live with that. Dig that out for water to sit there. Actually, I think that should do. Let's make sure everything's going fine here. So we did grab that. Okay, so let's take this. That's a whole day's worth of food, plus a little bit more. Make a priority of grabbing that out. So they're going to get wet, but hoping this is going to be a one-time thing. Grab. They're not getting completely wet. And then let's do this. Get that water out of the way. All right, with that, let's get a ladder so we can actually get up there. Make that the priority. Tell Explorer maybe work on that. Check on the other dupes over here. Okay. I think we're ready to take this out then. We don't need to insulate down. We just need to insulate this way. Whoops. And let's see if I want to grab that metal. Let's grab this metal and that little bit of food, but maybe nothing else. Oh, you get sopping wet. It's interesting. I wonder if this because it hit the sides. Anyways, water's filling up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sand landed on our pump, so someone has to go down there to free that. They're gonna get a little bit wet, but I think it's manageable. Oh, right. We need someone's gonna have to get wet anyways. Miner, it's probably gonna be. Oh, we've got Rancher going down there. Miner going up here. I'm gonna try to prevent any other dupes from going up here to do this work. So it's just Miner getting wet. Okay. Let that drain out. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Let's build along this way. And then we'll have made it because we've insulated along this path and we just need to finish this little section up. We'll be able to explore in this way and we've grabbed that water. We have access to that now. 39,000 calories. So I think we can actually cool off using the micro musher for some time. So we don't need to use the water now, but it's there available to us. Oh, let's check. Yeah, so what I'd like to do is dry this area off, and then that gives us the ability to start grabbing a little bit. I want to not get into the slime lung. So feeling getting a sick dupe will slow us down, but we'll at least get some algae, which we very much need. And speaking of which, let's look at the algae levels. So I think, yeah, we are looking much better, largely because we dug out a good amount over there. I just noticed that we've got you. If I let you out, you're just going to jump down. And we'll probably get one of the eggs to be brought up. Now, Here's the thing. If I get any of the dupes to grab more eggs and put them up. Oh, they already did. That's going to get them to be stressed a bit. Just because they have to go through that water. Really want automation done so I can actually make sure that once we start producing the meat, we won't have to have dupes stressed out all the time. Little bide. Let's just cut that then. That's all going to depend on probably courier, which is about halfway to getting the mech eng skill on base. Last little bit of insulation. And then we'll be in a pretty good situation. See, going down, probably going to need gas masks. There's some chlorine, even if there wasn't. Builder, what are you doing? I see. Oh, yeah, I see. Maybe you should build that tile last. And not trap in some dupes. Let's just grab some buried objects just in case it's something interesting. Oh, idleness. Okay. You've got your algae that you can get, at least without going through slime. Unless maybe there's more path for you. Here is the plan. We're going to go up to grab a little bit of algae, but we're also going to drain this out here. It's going to fall down in this area. Oh, and idleness over here. So we have made it through. Some muck root, not a lot of calories, but you know what? Let's just grab what we can. Where are we? 46,000 calories. Doing pretty good, actually. Just seeing a little bit of muck root. And I'll ask someone to start digging along in here. And move that last piece. Oh, I'm dumping muck root in the water. Maybe should have done that instead. And after that, put in that just so that we protect ourselves from all the heat. Going to be coming in from the top. See Explorer here, making sure that our Pacus are happy. Really hoping we find a way of... Oh, did you go in the water? Sopping wet. Why did you go in the water just now? That was completely unnecessary. Let's do this, just to prevent that from happening in the future. In fact, yeah, we'll be fine. Making that bin there for algae. Yeah, not loving the fact that you're doing that there, Explorer. Let's block that off from you being able to do that again. And, okay, so we are complete. We've got our insulation. We've got a little bit more water. 50,000 calories. We're in a pretty good state. I think this is a good point where I take a little bit of a break, strategize, and see where to go next. Just before I continue, I want to do a quick experiment on how dupes travel up diagonally. And then we'll get back. I'll show you. This is a different asteroid, but I'll show you how this is going to connect to what I'm about to do. So what I want to know is there value of putting stairs diagonal? Because I'm about to have dupes explore in diagonal on my main base. Anyways, we've got these two dupes. Let's just watch this. Oh, they're not even using the ladder anyways. I could probably force them to do by kind of doing something like this. Maybe try this again. If you guys could go reset. Go back down. Looks like on the way down. Yeah, they're not using the stair. They use it as if they're like blocks anyways. Try this nonetheless, but let's send you up. This time you should be walking. They're probably just going to walk on top of the stairs, going at the same rate. Yep. Okay. All right. That's good to know. So now that I know that, I'm not going to bother putting stairways up here, but I am going to add in some ladders here so dupes don't have to jump across, some fire poles, and we are going up in this direction. to grab this little bit of water here, but also to claim this little bit of cooler land. We might even be able to grab some algae, which will be super important for feeding these guys. And over on this asteroid, guess we still need to do that dig. Where are you, explorer? Oh, sleeping. Okay, do that next cycle. So I also have a plan to go down here. Just want to do a quick thing before I open this up a little bit further. Just a little bit of optimization by putting that in. Then eventually we're going to knock this over. Okay, so Explorer has that on the move. That's going to allow me to go over here after. We'll let that drain out, though. And while that's draining out, I guess you're going to need something else to do. Did not realize we don't have a power production, so we'll put a little manual generator. That way we can make a little bit of oxygen. With all the polluted oxygen, breathability is not too bad. Okay, so these guys being able to get up to this point. We get our project here. Okay, so with that done, let's just not actually, you know what? We only need to even knock that over, I think. Oh, you know what? Let's just do that. And get this to be going at, I don't know, above 50. Should be fine. Miner coming down to take care of this. You know what? Don't bother getting wet if you just knock that last one out. That's going to be good enough. Okay. So that is that. Let's get back. High stress. Yeah, probably because I've been getting you to get so wet. I'm going to add more sleep this time. I'm not going to take away from your bonus in the morning. Let's do that. And my plan here is to build a pump similar to last time. Might as well just extend that a little bit. Put our pump right down there. Already have some wiring we could utilize. Some piping to be able to grab water in the future. So we started the insulation. Oh. Okay, now that I see what's actually behind here, maybe I could actually get a full path going across. That would probably make sense. Let me think about it. Taking a moment to check on our critters. Gonna move these eggs. Since I reloaded the game, I can access that guy. Notice this guy has not been fed. Forgot to put anything here. We've got a bunch of sandstone, so if I just throw that on the ground, you'll be able to start chewing that. With more liquid on the way, I'm probably going to have to raise this, but I think that can be done later. Oh, and what value at you are you? Okay, let's just plug you in. And Rancher, if I could just interrupt whatever you were doing there. To give that perfect, some attention. And then the plan here is to add some insulation tiles along this way, protecting ourselves from the heat up here. And do some insulation up there. And we'll have a pathway to add, oh, look at this. Didn't notice that earlier. Some oxylite. If I can hit that, it's going to make it a little bit easier. Have this little spot here for collecting water. Do that later. See a bit of hydrogen. Oh, hydrogen. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we finally had a little bit of hydrogen following us up. I mean, that was not the case, but it is a bit of oxylite there. That's going to help make the area more breathable. Okay, let's go check on this dude. He's got some tasks. Want him to get in this direction. I'd like to open this up, but I also want to get access to more algae in case we need it. These guys here. Reproduction. Okay, we've got a tame Pacu to you're still wild, 65%. A bit of insulation. Just spotted Explorer going up. Looks like they are not enjoying getting wet going up here. Also see that this is accessing space. Better dry this off just to prevent the stress. Eventually, I think we're at the point where enough liquid has naturally drained down. And we want to put something to plug this up. Might even want to go across like that. These guys making their way along there. Let's grab that algae. Algae is going to be super important. Keeping our Pacus alive. I don't know if that's big enough, so we're going to make that a little bit bigger and open up this to allow some water to fall down. No sign of the teleportation equipment. That would be super useful if I found that. But we do have another spot there for more water. Let's go check on water there. We've got that available to us. We're able to get liquid supplied in here. Another guy in there. We'll get you out. And we've hit some oxylite over here. Before we go any further, see you guys are crowded, so let's make a priority, I guess, of getting up and getting you guys out so you guys can lay some eggs in the future. This will give us some visibility, see some uranium ore if I needed more of that. Not sure I do. Okay, that's nice to have that oxylite. But I've got to think this, there's a lot of potential heat that's going to come from above us. Do I need this room? I feel like not, at least not at this point. Okay, let's make a plan. So I think the last move today is going to be insulating this, but not before we grab a little bit of the algae. Maybe we'll just take just this and not worry about that up there. A little bit surprised at how much the population is increasing, or how quickly the eggs hatch. Let's have a quick look. You are at 29%. We'll plug you in. Get Rancher. Take care of you. Put in some fire pole. Okay, see the water has settled. Ask for that to be mopped up. And what have we been seeing? Oh, and this is also a really cool area. Maybe that'll be something we could take advantage of. But let's focus on getting up. Grabbing that algae. 26,000 calories. Maybe time to think about mush bar production again. Copy that across. Are you still active? You are. Oh, that's good. I haven't made use of a lot of the geysers, but I've got the one geyser over here. Whoa, 73% stress. We definitely want to mop up. Where is this dude? Okay, sleeping. Yeah, trying to get their stress down. In fact, you know what? Let's just give them 1 extra hour. A little bit concerned that this ice is just going to continue to keep the area wet. You are grabbing, you're just focusing on this machine. Won't we? Oh, that's a 6. Shoot, I didn't realize that was a 6. Okay, that may explain their obsession with getting that filled. Let's make that go across here. Let's check on these guys. Okay, so I'm getting progress here. I'd like to get across into here, insulate. I think I'm going to insulate at this level. And then figure something out over there. But not before taking all the algae we can. Okay, if you could get this, actually, as long as my Explorer can build this thing here, I think we'll be fine with the ice. I'm going to say, just to keep focus on that, let's do that. 73%. They're going to be quite stressed. But I don't want to lose my oxygen. I'm going to dig in this way so we can add in some insulation up here. We'll start that process like so. And, okay, figure that left side out. We'll do the right side first. Might need some ladders to be able to help us access. I'm going to get Explorer to have a place to store some of that carbon dioxide. We're going to get this place mopped up now that we've created a floor here and go back to getting some of the algae. Kind of regretting focusing on algae, actually. I think we've got far too many Pacus. My opinion would change if we find the teleportation equipment to send stuff from that. Okay, amazing. Except. That's in a pretty hot area. Okay, that's so I could come down here. This will be next time. I would want to insulate, and I probably would want to do that anyways soonish. Get access to this, be able to send some of the Pacu eggs or some of the meats over. But how hot are we talking? 60, 70 over here. I think we could do this safely. All right, that's going to be next time thing. Let's just finish this up for today. But that may be the plan next time. Okay, so maybe I'm not regretting going after the algae. The other thing is, do I have the ability to send algae from this asteroid to the other asteroid? May not. But I'm less concerned. I see a little bit of water here that had to go down awkwardly. Just because that... Oh. Okay. I think I just need to create... or open up the space for that to drain out. Very tiny amount of calories. Speaking of which, maybe go back to producing a little bit more. Let's have a look at where we are with the achievements. I assume I've gotten the locavore achievement and maybe just haven't done... Yeah, I have. Okay. I could have been farming. So here are all the things I want to do at some point. Carnivore achievement is the next focus. You got better. Okay, good. All right. Well, if I want to farm, I can. I'll finish this up. I'll consider that for next time. Oops, finding this area a little bit warm. Okay, yeah, I can see. Nice thing is a little bit of hydrogen got trapped right here, which prevents it from going up here to where we want to do our construction. Oh, and someone trapped a pip. I might keep them there until this is sealed off. Let's just focus on getting this portion done first. Just hoping not to forget that pip, though. Now I think we can mop there. Here we go. Okay, that's going to help. Take out that little section over here. Okay, stress being one of the main issues. But at least this area has been mopped up. There's some algae. So we can keep those Pacus alive. Next time we'll go grab more algae from left and right. Oops, taking care of some of the insulation on this side. Destroy those two tiles. This is going to give us access to this machine, plus it was cool enough anyways, and we got all the algae out, which is super nice. Let's just take that muck root, throw that right there before we seal this up. Okay, so you're just collecting some algae. You've got do that. Just make it easier to load that in the future. And I'm just going to do this at priority so we don't forget about this pip. Don't build that on the wrong side there, builder. I know what you're going to do. I know exactly what you're about to do. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. So we're maintaining our temperature in here. A little bit of cooler spot down here, which is actually nice. Making sure no tubes are trapped. It's going to allow us to finish this last little bit of the construction. And what's nice is we have this oxyolite. If I want to make a path there next time, and I very much think I do. Get these last two tiles, or at least that one there done, then we can pop this guy. And wish I could get over here just to avoid that from constantly giving me messaging about things breaking due to heat. All right, with that done, someone can let that pip out. I will have to rebuild that tile. And we just have a few more tiles, and I think I will finish it here on cycle 45. Just a few more insulation tiles to be made. Oh! Did not notice that. All right, I don't want to go through the... Oh, we've got some of that anyways. It's also gold amalgam. Well, since maybe I almost don't want to leave that to next time because I'm afraid I'll forget about it. If I go up through this way, probably hotter than I need to. I'm going to start the ladder going up in this direction just as a reminder to, first of all, get some algae, but then eventually take care of this next time. And just going to make sure we get a few tiles created here before I call it a day. Okay, so we've achieved our insulation up to that point. Next time we can take care of that one little tile there. Make sure we get access to this so that we can start receiving stuff. Now that's unfortunately going to be a little bit of a longer path, though maybe I'll have, oh, maybe I already do. No, I don't. Soon though, I'll have mechatronics engineering. I'll assign some more skills next time, but it'd be really nice to be able to take some extra eggs and or meat over on this asteroid. See, we just get this. Let me just put that on max. Don't have any automation. I'm just starting to make a little bit of ladder here. We'll open up this path. I like to get access to more algae here. I also see this guy's overpressured. Want to deal with that. That'll be next time thing. And then over, other than getting access to that, focus is making sure these guys are happy. Yeah, with the auto sweepers, there's a lot we can do. We want to put one down there. We want to put one in here. We also want to put one in here. So this is going to allow us to move some dirt into here. This is going to allow us to move these guys into here, and then this guy will move that to there. Want to do a similar thing in there. We'll probably want more metal. I will consider, probably don't want a metal refiner. Oh, maybe I do. Anyway, something to consider next time. That is going to do it for today, guys. Doing pretty decent then. We've got our Pacus, they're tame, in larger numbers. We've explored much further. I kind of thought I'd go out further in this direction. That didn't end up happening, but I think it paid off. Because we've got a little bit of algae. We found the teleporter equipment, at least to receive stuff. And yeah, I think we're on to something. So crawling, going slow, but things are looking good. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time playing a little bit more Oxygen Not Included.